dust mite, 300 micrometers. Dust mites like to eat dust, which you probably know is just dead skin cells. Many people are allergic to dust mites. Some people are allergic to their poop. Either way, almost all people want to get rid of this pesky pest. Paramecium, 200 micrometers. Paramecium vary quite a lot in size, between 50 and 330 micrometers. These little guys are protists and like to swim in water. They can move 2 millimeters per second. Mist droplet, 150 micrometers. Mist can reduce visibility a bit. It can also reflect light so that you can see rays of light shining through it. That's pretty cool. If you want to find mist, go to the coast or mountains. Mist is more common there. Well, look at me. Singapore contains coast, and their surrounding Thai country. Warning: this video contains sex. Ovum, human egg, 120 micrometers. An ovum is the largest cell in the human body. Animals that develop within eggs within their mother are ovoviviparous, which humans are not. Ovoviviparous is the only English word starting with vowel V, vowel V, vowel V, vowel. Phew, we're getting out of sex real quick. Smallest object visible to the naked eye, 100 micrometers. Under optimal conditions, the naked eye can see objects as small as zero point 0.1 millimeters. That means anything smaller than this circle is impossible for you to see without a microscope. You're missing out quite a lot, you know. Well, not in this, not width of silk fiber, 15 micrometers. Silk is valuable and can be woven into clothing, which is usually turns out quite soft. Silk is made by silkworm larvae, which I think are pretty gross. But there's also synthetic silk, which is not made from disgusting creepy crawlies, but are still bad whatsoever for me. Brahma. Soap particle, 15, 15 mic, 15 micrometers. According to the Uden Wentworth scale, salt particles vary from the smallest of 256 millimeters to the largest of 1/16th of a millimeter. This salt particle to the right falls into that range quite well. Oh, and I can't even pronounce 50 right. 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. Ugh. Can someone please change the English language? Skin cell, 35 micrometers. The outermost layer of skin, which is also the only visible layer of skin, is made up of dead cells. That's because dead cells are the strongest, and stronger skin provides more protections. These cells continuously fall off. In fact, dust is 95% dead skin cells. Infrared wavelength, 15 micrometers. Things that are extremely rare are infinitely rare. Infrare is also a verb meaning to make infinitely rare something. Example, John. Inf John infrared the precious food by eating the last of it. Infrared light used to be quite common, but one day a scientist somehow infrared infra infrared it. Wow. Infrared it. It's infrared, not infrared. Infrared. 15. Ugh, that's another number I can't even pronounce correctly. Someone please change the English language now. Though, 25.4 micrometers. Although the word though is the most commonly known as being an old form of the word you due to Y and thorn looking the same as in the old where thorn looks like a Y, a though is also a unit of measurement. It is equal to 1,000 of an inch. In fact, that's where it gets its name, thousand. Pretty cool. Because of this, it's actually pronounced thou and not though. Here's another one, which is even more inappropriate. TWIP 17.6 micrometers. It's a 20th of a typographical point. That means that 12-point font is approximately 250 TWIPs high. Also, TUIP can stand for the universe in perspective. It's pronounced TUIP, not TWIP, an old name for the scale of the universe. Oh, brick wall. TUIP and TWIP are pronounced the same. TWIP, TWIP, whatever. Time. Oh, I wish the English language wasn't this extreme. White blood cell, 10 micrometers. These mass murderers are also known as leukocytes. There are many different types of this disease-fighting cell. The most common type, the neutrophil, has multiple nuclei. The largest type, the macrophage, has a diameter of whopping 21 micrometers. Cell nucleus, 7 micrometers. Nuclei, pretty cool, and they can be found within all eukaryotic cells. Cells are eukaryotic. The nucleus is where all the DNA is. During mitosis, the DNA will condense into chromosomes, and then the cell will split into two. Red blood cell, 7 micrometers. Around 1/4 of all human cells are red blood cells. They circulate through one cycle every 20 seconds and only live for around 4 months. The dent allows for more surface area, which means it's easier to transport oxygen. Oh, and because of this, they have no nucleus. Chloroplast, 8 micrometers. Plants use chloroplasts to turn the sun's energy into chemical energy, which is stored into glucose molecules. Chloroplasts are also what give plants the green color, or to be more accurate, leaves, because they have fabulous chlorophyll inside their phycolloid membranes. X chromosome, 4 micrometers. They are absolutely wonderful. Most chromosomes look like X's, even if they aren't 6 chromosomes. Those are autosomes. In humans, females have 2 chromosomes, while males have an X and a Y chromosome. Some people might have 3, 4, or even 5 chromosomes, though. By the way, they don't call X and Y due to their shape, and that shape is unfortunately limited. E. coli, 2 micrometers. The E. coli are usually harmless and live in your intestines, making wonderful vitamin K2. They are all in almost everyone's intestines. In fact, they colonize babies' intestines just 2 days after they are born. Now that's pretty fast. But what's even worse, Y chromosome, 1.5 micrometers. The Y chromosome, a sex chromosome, appears only in males. Did you know that the Y chromosome is continuing to shrink as it evolves and might possibly disappear completely? I found that to be very fascinating. Some animals, like the Amami spiny rat, have already lost their Y chromosome. Hmm. Clay particle, 2 micrometers. Because clay particles are so small, they become tightly packed, and water particles have trouble flowing through it. On the other hand, sand is much more coarse. Sand slips right through sand, easy peasy. Red light wavelength, 750 nanometers. Red is the first color of the rainbow and the longest wavelength of light we humans can see. It stimulates appetite. That is why so many food companies have red in their logo. They want you to eat. In short, they're trying to fool your brain, unfortunately. Yup. Largest virus, 1.5 micrometers. The largest virus, also known as pithivirus, was discovered 30 meters underground, underground, in the Siberian permafrost. It's thought to have been there for 300,000 years and still able to infect living things. Thankfully, it seems to only be interested in amoebae. Mitochondrion, 1 micrometer. These organelles can turn the chemical energy from glucose into ATP, which can easily be used for energy. About about thousand million billion trillion quadrillion 120 septillion ATP molecules are created every day by your body, in your body, by mitochondria. Violet light wavelength, also 400 nanometers, also known as mauve, purple, or even regalia violet, which can be called lavender. Violet, which can be called lavender, periwinkle, or even iris, and sometimes even amethyst or eggplant, is also referred to as fuchsia, indigo, or lilac, and on rare occasions, byzantium, thistle, wisteria, fandigo, and heliotrope. The, sh- the shortest wavelength of light that we humans can see. Mimi virus, 400 nanometers. This little thingy was discovered in 1992 within an amoeba, which is only 500 times larger. Mimi virus used to be the largest virus known, but now that is the virus. Bacteriophage, 200 nanometers. The bacteriophage, or just phage for short, is a type of bacteria infecting virus. I think they look like robots, not life forms. But it also could be argued that viruses are not alive at all, but instead natural robots. Yes, robots. Ultraviolet wavelength, 16 nanometers. Ultraviolet light can give you a tan. I used to think that sunlight and heat burns your skin to make it darker, like a barbecue grill turns all of the food black. Now I know that's not true. Oh, and another one, 60. Oh, man.